Hello, people. Look at Little Max in the background. Little Max and Mission. Huh? How's everybody? We had a birthday. I had a birthday. My granddaughter had a birthday this weekend. It turned out great. The party turned out great. Had a great weekend. So now I'm trying to make a little cat hat for my grandson. So they put it on, and then they have little ears. So I don't know how to make it, but I'm just trying to make a long rectangle because I measured his head and he's got actually a big head. But yeah, I just thought I'd ramble on and talk. Um, I did a video a couple days ago, and somebody said, "What's the point of the video?" There are no points to these videos. There's none. You're not gonna learn nothing. I cannot teach somebody how to knit. This is the rib stitch, and I could show you one after the other. I learn autodidactically, so I teach myself most things. So I have a hard time teaching others. But what I really wanted to say was it's crazy. I watch these psychic videos. My thing is psychic, so I've always been able to see things on people and see a future. But since a couple years ago, it seems like it's switched. So now instead of like I watch your Empress Energy, Sloan Bella, and these people. Now sometimes I can zone in when somebody passes away or find out how they died or what happened to them or things like that. But since this change in energy on this planet, since the ascension, since I have awakened or whatever you want to call it, I don't see things like that. So the other day I said to my daughter, I said, "Boy, I haven't been," because my son Logan had a best friend named Logan, and he died a couple years ago at 23, day before his birthday. And I said, "We have not been to his grave in a long time." So my Logan drinks too much because he's sad a lot of the time, and he's a Piscean, so of course he's emotional. And the next day, it's Sunday morning, and I get a phone call. "Hey, Ma, can you pick me up? I drank too much." And I'm at the graveyard. He's at Logan's grave. So I tell my daughter, and I'm laughing. I'm dying laughing because it's the universe. So I went and told my daughter, and she's like mad. She's like, "What's wrong with you? Why do you think it's funny?" And I said, "Oh my God, what did I just say yesterday? I haven't been to his grave, and now the universe is putting me at his grave." And you said "we," and I said, "Well, are you going with me?" "No." And then as I'm getting ready to go, because I'm in no rush to go, um, she calls me up. She goes, "I'm gonna go. My kids are screaming, and I want to get out of the house for a minute." So she ended up going. So I manifested that. It's so funny how that happens to. Does that happen to you every day? It happens to me every day. I have to be very selective on my thoughts and what I do daily or what I say, because I did a video last week about $1 million. So Jocelyn put out the video of $1 million. Well, after I did the video and the lady was like, "What's the point of this video?" I was like, "What is the point of the video? There is no point of the video." Well, there is a point of the video because she motivated people. She's a very motivational person, and I wanted to teach to reinforce that she um, motivated me to do more videos again instead of just doing Facebook. Well, then it dawned on me because the day before I said, "Oh yeah, I want to manifest $1 million," but I wasn't selective. I just said I want to manifest $1 million, and then she comes out with that $1 million video, and I'm like, "Oh my God, the universe has a sense of humor." There's so many things that I have done I can think of one of my children and they call. I can think of my brother and then he shows up. I can think that's so much more fun to me than being psychic. To me, it's so much more fun to see it show up than be psychic. I have been able to predict people's behavior. I mean, a lot of it is behavioral reading, on a person, but it also is reading the energy, allowing yourself to hear the voices in your own head and hearing things. But oh my gosh, it is so much more fun to manifest. You have to be careful though, because oh my gosh, that $1 million was a tease. I mean, thank God Jocelyn's got it. I mean, anybody who gets $1 million, whatever, or does well, or can, do things or see their lives in a different manner or whatever. Because being psychic was a hindrance. It's very much of a hindrance. I can't do a tarot channel. I've never done tarot. I just psychically know when things are going to happen, or what will happen, or what doesn't happen, or what's true and not true. It's just what I've always done. Now, I don't see things like I used to. Like I used to see ghosts, but I think they're a lower vibrational thing that I don't see those things. Now, the other night we went out riding around because it was my birthday. So instead of go to out to eat, because I don't eat a bunch of food because it upsets my stomach now. I can't digest it. It sits in my stomach for hours and hours, and I've read on TikTok and videos of people having this problem, so I just stay away from it. And so I said to the kids, I said, just drive me around and we'll go to the graveyard or whatever. Now, I did see on one car Dementors. Like, I don't know what you want to call them. They're like demon Dementors, whatever. I don't know. They don't scare me, not anymore. But why I saw them being higher vibrational or lower vibrational or whatever, I would imagine there's so much more that I don't understand, that nobody will ever understand on this planet, of what exists. I was watching a movie the other day. What movie was it? A couple of movies, like Fallen with Denzel Washington, and how is Azazel or whatever the hell he is, you just touch your hands and he just transfers himself to another person, to another person, to another person. Now, why he couldn't go into Denzel? Because he was a person of high integrity, but he still saw him or felt him or knew he was there. But if he's higher integrity or person, is he higher vibrational? I don't know. Then you go to like Sonic, and they have portals where they just throw up portals and then they just, jump through to another. Or the red one, the Christmas movie on Amazon, where they portal through toy stores like Toys R Us. And I said to my daughter, I said, that's really weird that they would use Toys R Us and then they all closed. And she goes, when you think about Toys R Us was like its own entity, and it was just toys, and it portaled kids into a whole different world. It really did. You really did. And then I don't know. It's just, I don't see near as much, but it's a much higher, like, I don't worry about the future. I don't fear the future. I don't fear anything of what will happen. I watch sometimes Nikki Allen on YouTube, and she's somebody from UK. She's a psychic lady too. But I love Sloan. Sloan just doesn't talk psychic. She's tired of it, and I can't blame her. I wouldn't want to be a puppet. I wouldn't want to do that forever either. But Nikki talks about like predictions of the future, and I don't get into it because majority of that stuff is just fear-based mongering And most of it will work itself out because it always does anyway. And people still have their own paths. It's just weird. It's just weird. But I like to manifest better. It's so much more freeing. It's magical. It's just weird. It cracks me up because it just appears out of nowhere. When you least expect it, it's all of a sudden just right there in front of your face. You say it, and it's like 2 minutes later, and it's like, oh my God, I can't believe I just did this. Yeah. So Psychic Sylvia, I just keep the channel that name. Anything I do on here is just random stuff. Like knitting. I'm going to make this. I should have brought... So my granddaughter turned 1 on October 4th as my birthday. And I should have brought over her witch's hat. I made her a witch's hat for her birthday. Crocheted one. On my next video, I'll have to bring it over and show it to you. Because it's really, really cute. But manifest or psychic abilities. To know the future or to manifest your future. I mean, what do you think? What would be more fun? To be magical or... I don't know. Because psychic... I mean, I don't know. It's right there. It's tangible. It's weird. It's really weird. Who else does that? Alright, have a great day. Bye.